Welcome to Dice, Nerds, and Nagas, coming at you from Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Dice, Nerds, and Nagas, brought to you by my quickly crumbling will to live.
I think I missed this whole thing.
Stop that!
Anyways, when we left off, our heroes have just defeated basically the giant bones of a dead god.
That's right.
Gaining entry into the inner sanctum, the heart of Kunwa's cult.
So sorry, Martam and Aaron both don't know. Did we actually gain entry, or did we just defeat a skeleton?
I was about to. Well, I just simply asked if anybody wants him to identify the thing. So he doesn't really care either way.
Identify.
Right, I don't think.
The big ass staff.
Oh. No.
Yes, identify.
I mean, I think you're really smart, so you should probably do what you want to do.
I know you don't feel like doing it, but just do it.
Alright. So Jess will sit down and spend 10 minutes identifying
Right.
staff.
It
I will
is
patrol the
a
perimeter.
wooden staff with no special magical abilities to
I
it.
mean,
But it's really big.
I don't know why I'm surprised, but it doesn't really do anything.
Too large to handle effectively by a normal-sized person. For show.
I mean, you can get giant and use it, but it's just kind of like a waste.
Could.
But then again,
I was gonna
someone's
say the
gonna
two of you in
get
a trench coat, but you'd still just be as tall as us.
Are we still in it? No, we don't that anymore.
But basically, the chamber you're in, it's just to kind of reset the scene, I guess. You're standing in a chamber that is fully decorated with bones. There was kind of a circle of skeletons praying toward the larger dead god that you just defeated, which now is, laying in pieces before you. The room is deathly quiet. It's old, it's musty in there, smells whatever bones smell like, I guess, overwhelmingly. And the other side of the room, though, behind the giant is a large, ornate stone door.
Question: what was the name of the god that was the bones?
Yamra.
Yeah.
Yamra.
Kind of a local
Not to be
deity.
confused with Mumra.
Man,
It's completely different.
Slightly different.
Would Martam know how, Or felt towards Yamra? Like if they were allies or opposites or just didn't give a shit?
Actually, I'd say Yamra was pretty not very widely known. He was more of sort of a local deity for the
Okay.
neighborhood.
Cool. In that case, do I see any bones that are a good, yay, kind of a carpal or something?
I would say if it's bones you're after, this is like a...
Yeah, no, I want
buffet.
specifically skeleton bones from the giant skeleton we just defeated.
Okay, I mean, you can break off a toe or something pretty easily.
How big would the tarsals of that toe be, or the metatarsals? How large of a skeleton are we talking here?
I would say...
They were a foot.
Let's see, so the individual toe, I guess, I'm imagining out here, maybe?
For the metatarsals?
Just the whole toe?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
Middle
there's
toe.
bones in the toe. There's more than one bone in
So divided into
Toe.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
both
what's it
bones
like-
together,
the middle one would be yay?
I guess, yes.
Yeah. I want
Yes.
to take a freaking bone, but I don't want
Well,
it to be so big that I
There's so
regret
many
it.
suggestive gesturing going on now.
So Jess was just gonna look at Martin and be like, "No, thanks. I'm not really hungry,
No?
but
No?
it's okay."
I'm just wondering who's getting bones.
Put it in my
I know,
package.
yeah.
But yes, the dead god's metatarsal is the perfect little handheld size.
Awesome. Perfect.
Yeah.
Size of a blanket.
But
Ornate door, you say?
Yeah.
yes, and
we-
I would say you can hear sort of a drum-like sound coming from behind it, like a deep reverberating.
I feel really tired.
Yeah, should we maybe take a short rest?
The short
just,
rest ain't gonna do me
As
good.
in, no, but just sit and relax for a few minutes and think about.
You want us to have a ponder session? You
Well,
want us to sit and commune with the nature of the skeletons around us?
We've had 10 minutes already. He's
I don't think
identified.
mechanically it would help me any.
well, I
Would
mean,
help me.
I think it would help some people.
Help me.
any HP back as well. Or has he got?
Is this? Does it sound like the beat of the drum is coming closer, or is it just like sort of?
No, the same. It's not moving, but
Special traps on the door.
Would we be able to just chill for a bit?
We can certainly try.
Yeah. Can we try to just?
Can we just
rest?
try and chill?
Oh, I'm thinking about when I was a wizard. I was like, isn't there a thing where I get spells? And I was like,
I just want to get all my key points back, you know.
It's
and-
not actually about that. It's so
He
Zenri.
needs HP as well.
No, it's not just that. But like Zenri is a little bit worried that Mardam has been acting very funny, and she just wants to sort of like check
Observe me in my
Mardam
natural
out.
habitat.
Check Mardam out for a little bit and just be like, why
Still
have you,
fine,
why
a
have you
little bit
started
ditzy.
behaving this way? Is there any way that she could figure out that thing was a thing that
I
cursed you?
mean, Mardam doesn't know, so.
Could I do a medicine check on her?
Didn't you
I feel
already
like it would be
Oh,
probably like a
Maybe.
cleric or something like that, someone that can identify
Cleric.
a curse.
Oh, okay. Alright.
She wasn't cursed though.
He was cursed. I'm not
Oh,
cursed.
okay, that's right. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, it was an attack
He
basically.
was
It was
she was
brain sucking.
intel drained. Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of a curse, I
That's
guess.
right.
Your intellect was sucked out into
Yes, that's right.
a creature.
Okay, well that's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay. So I sit down.
I just wanted to sort of see if there's anything I can do to fix you, but can I use my, what is that thing called again?
Restoration.
No, I don't have greater restoration. No, I have a healer kit, but that just stabilizes people, right?
I think it only
Oh,
affects
okay.
HP, which I'm max.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Okay, no, that's fine. Then we can just chill if we can do a short rest. Is it possible?
Well, a few minutes after
Okay.
sitting and relaxing a bit, the stone door sort of glows with a orange, kind of fiery effect, I guess, and glows into the shape of a large spiral on the door before it swings open.
Okay.
Oops.
So, what's on the other side of it?
See, looking in, you can see the room is full of smoke, and the smell of incense wafts out of the door as soon as it's open.
I just don't think it's a good idea. I feel like it's not a good idea.
To go in there?
Yeah.
The drum kind of bass-like sound is louder now.
I think it is a good idea to go in there, but not right now.
Well, it's just, we're really, really far away from, like, the mayhem upstairs. And we already went through a bunch of stuff. And, like, this guy, the Kuma guy, seems to be pretty chill that we're here. And that's not a good sign, right? Right?
Can't go anywhere. We can't rest here.
Yeah, I don't know if...
Only thing we can do is go forward.
Can we not go back? I mean, we
We'll have
walked
to go
in
back through
here.
all the shit then and then
yeah,
Why?
we're
back and
just
do
gonna...
that all over again.
Yeah,
We're going to end up in the
it's
same
the
spot
same
here.
I think we should just go
Exactly
in.
like we are.
Just go back to the well.
Did we realize that when I was past that?
Yeah, that was just a couple of chambers back, right?
And then what? Go back to the
50%
inn and
HP.
sleep there and then just do this whole episode over again. And then get down here with no spells and no, because I'm sure there's going to be lots more people coming now and everybody knows we're here. It's going to be a million times harder to get down here again. If we
Yeah.
go home now and then come back again.
And we can't go back to that other dude.
Who?
What's his name?
Orville the Sun-Kissed.
Sunkissed dude.
Yeah, Orville.
We can't go back to him.
The one guy I know the name of the
Yeah.
entire universe.
Can't go back to him and be like, oh, we haven't done what we said we were going to do, because then
Did we
he's
say
not
we were
going to
gonna
do...
He came out and helped.
Yeah, no, what did we say we were going to do?
We
Oh, it doesn't really
said we
matter.
were going to stop the plague thing.
Yeah. And save the world.
Yeah.
I mean,
Save the
defeat the
cheerleader.
skeleton, that's kind of the same thing.
Is that going to stop the plague? I don't think
I don't
so.
know.
We need to
I
go
mean, do you
further.
know?
I think we should go for a... You have a
You want
sword,
me to sneak
right?
a little bit in and have a scope out what's going on?
Oh, that
and then I'll
sounds
come back?
really smart.
Yes, do that. We have weapons. We don't need to rely on magic alone.
I mean, granted, I got...
So we didn't finish a
For
short
sure.
rest, eh? We didn't finish
No,
a
we
short
haven't
rest.
finished.
It's only a few minutes.
No.
Okay,
Go-
I've
go
got
look.
my cloak of elven kind up. And I sneakily sneak in through the door looking for traps.
I see you're gonna go ahead of everyone then?
Sneakily,
They're going to stay behind.
And you guys are gonna stay behind then?
Yeah.
Let him do his little scouting
I
mission?
will stand near the door. Shout if you need me.
Right? So you kind of sneak up, maybe, I don't know, in the recess, where they can't see you, kind of hide against the corner near the door. He sneaks in. Give me a stealth roll.
Disadvantage for people to see me. 21.
Okay. You're able to enter unseen, basically.
I got advantage. 26 actually, I got advantage.
And you make your way over to a decent hiding spot amongst some just loose goods, I guess, behind a chest.
Mimic. Sorry.
And what you can see is there is a lot of followers of Kunlan here in various forms of meditation and prayer, study. The room is lit with several lanterns that give off kind of a reddish glow to everything. So it all feels a little surreal, And the beating is even louder.
Do I see the drums?
No, you don't see any
Is
drums.
this a closed room or does it look like it carries on?
You can see there are hallways leading off to other rooms. It's kind of I'd say a big, plus-size shaped area. There's a large central chamber with 4 hallways, one that you came in from, 2 off to the side, and one on the other,
Okay.
going deeper
How many
in.
people? How many?
After studying the group for a bit, you can count out about 30 different people.
It just occurred to me.
Yeah, all those rogue
that
guys.
The mimic is like the lupus of
They got armor
D&D.
on or?
It's never a mimic until that one time.
It does seem that some of them are armored, some are not armored. It's kind of a mix. Some of them are, just studying or praying.
Is there any way I could get to one of the other tunnels without going past anybody? Like skirting?
It would be difficult, but that's kind of your specialty.
That's DM for I really want you to try.
Okay, I'm gonna try and go left.
Dare you to try.
Okay, just
Skirting the hole, just behind.
Oh.
Darting from cover to cover.
nice. That'll be one more stealth check, I guess.
16.
Okay, and so at 16, you're able to make your way around just stealthily. They really don't seem to be in any state of alarm or anything.
Doesn't look like
They're-
I heard anything from before the fight.
No, you wouldn't be able to tell anything from that. They seem to be going about their business very normally. And I guess the center point of the room that you're crossing through is a large golden, it's like a swirl shape hung up from the ceiling. An odd detail you notice from it is that it is written in the high noble script from your homeland. Below the spiral, though, is a statue. Let me see. Here we go. A statue whose face has been smashed off. It is a cloaked figure of some sort, humanoid shaped, with no face and 2 blades in hand. With each beat of this sort of drum-like noise, fresh drops of blood drip from the blades to a small pool below the statue.
See where the blood's coming? Pouring out the rock. Or like
It appears, yeah, just at a glance to be dripping from the blades. Bum, 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 in rhythm with this sort of beat.
A funny question, is a rhythm, is it boom they drop or boom they hit the ground? Does that matter?
No,
I guess it does. I guess that's not really
Is the
relevant.
blood making the sound,
Yeah,
do I
no,
think? Or
that's-
is it the
I
sound
thought
making
too.
the blood drip?
Let's see. You know what? I'll go with when it drops, it makes the
Okay.
sound. It doesn't make the sound, but it's in time with the sound, and the blood
Okay.
hits the little bowls underneath. And
How
so,
high is the statue? How big?
I'd say maybe 6 feet tall or so.
I don't recognize any of the outfit that it's wearing or anything like that?
No, it just seems to be kind of a very worn away statue, very old. The blades are the clearest thing on it, basically, the most well-preserved part.
Okay.
But speaking around, you come across down the hallway. It just appears to be kind of sleeping rooms. Meeting rooms, just large tables in the center without much decoration necessarily.
No tunnels off that.
No.
That was to the left. Huh?
Mhm.
Okay. Can I sneak back around to the right?
Right, going around to the other
Or
side.
maybe carry on.
Alright, keep going
Yeah.
around to the other end.
Across from where I came in, basically.
Alright, so down this hallway, you do see it appears that there is kind of a door on the ground, basically like a cellar-style door. Heavily locked. It looks like there's an intricate mechanical, an intricate mechanism.
Okay.
That
could be
requires a
picked,
key.
or so it has a key. So it could be picked.
It could potentially be picked with high enough skill.
Am I right by the door?
Yes, you're able to sneak down the hallway. It appears to be unguarded.
Can I look for traps on it? I don't want to touch it, but I want to
Inspect for
look to see,
traps?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's that? Perception? No, investigation.
I think investigation.
Yeah, fuck 9.
9. So, it's so intricate it's hard to tell, but
If it's a trap or not.
yeah, inconclusive, I guess, but you do feel wary of it. It kind of hums with a sort of magical energy.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay, I back away from the door, and I go carry on around to the other passage on the right, like on my way back to my passage.
Crossing around the main room with the statue and the golden swirl that kind of goes in on itself. You see there are several people in that hallway talking.
Okay.
You're a few feet into the hallway, I guess.
Can I read what it says on the thing while I'm there?
Well, give me a perception check since it's at a distance and you're only seeing a part of it.
Crits.
Right?
23.
Right, so you can recognize, you actually are able to read it pretty clearly, and it becomes apparent to you. You recognize what it is.
Okay.
It is a religious icon from an old mystic order that existed in your homeland. They were known as evil mages, warlocks, consorted with devils, things like that, and eventually were stamped out a long time ago. Say maybe 200 years ago at least.
Okay.
How this relic got here is unclear, but the writing basically seems to be a telling of a creation story.
Okay.
Yeah. Starting from the middle, it kind of tells the story of creation all around. And the thing about this spiral is that at the very end of it, it kind of ducks under itself and reconnects with the beginning.
It's like
So it's like a never-ending creation story. Creation, then it
cycle,
finishes.
if you would.
A cycle, perhaps.
Okay.
All we need to do is smash that. Then we've broken the cycle.
Maybe that's the cycle.
It is the cycle.
Okay.
Files are in the computer.
Are there other people walking around as well?
Yes.
While they're walking around, are any of them glancing at any of the other people that are there? Like if somebody walks past somebody that's reading, is he looking up at that person and carrying on reading, or are they just all engrossed?
I'd say some of them are engrossed, but it's a mix of people that are social and not so social. So there's a lot of quiet conversations happening between people. Seems some of them are acting pretty casually, some of them are very deep in meditation or prayer.
In the chamber that we are currently in, we already hear that beating.
Yes, you can hear it emanating from that room.
Could I see if I could feel the ground and see if I can feel if it's coming from deeper?
Alright, go ahead and give me a wisdom
I'll come back.
check.
Oh no, that was a natural 2, so that's a 5, I guess. Nope, 6.
You are trying to feel sort of, where the beat is coming from, and it's just very ba-bum, 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 like a heartbeat.
Okay.
And you find yourself sort of entranced by the beat. Perhaps your already negative outlook contributed to this, but before you know it, you are passed out on the ground, head resting gently on an old whitened skull.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Jezza.
come back.
Jezza.
He's not waking up.
Jessup.
Not waking up.
Even shaking him is not waking him from the slumber.
Slap him.
Oh,
You're not-
Jessup.
I came back. I come back. Yeah.
Up, so you sneak back around. One last stealth check. So I'm still with a disadvantage, right? Alright.
23.
Yeah, you're able to sneak out.
Rolling good.
No one tries to stop you. If anyone sees you, it's not. I mean, there's no alarm raised or anything.
Okay. Okay, so I get back to you guys. I'm like, what's wrong with him?
He just fell asleep.
I can't wake him up though. I slapped him even.
Did you roll to strike?
It wasn't that good of a slap.
Not a damage dealing
Don't you
slap.
like lay hands or
I
something?
specified boundary.
What's wrong with him?
I mean, I guess I could like cure some wounds, but I don't feel like that's right.
He's got like a. He can just touch people. Huh?
Yeah,
Feel
but
them up.
it would restore their hit points, or I could do lesser restoration. I mean,
I thought Leon Against you had a pool.
Try
of,
that
like,
one.
Yeah.
20
Sounds
or
good.
whatever.
yeah, I have a pool.
I think he needs to be restored by the look of him.
Yeah, but I don't think lesser restoration would affect him at all.
How do the rest of us feel about this beat?
Well,
Did we know
Don't
that
think
he was
about it too
listening to
hard.
the beat?
you weren't focusing on it necessarily.
Can I make a past perception check for if I know
If Mark spent more time in there, he would probably also have to make a wisdom check after some time. But I figure that trying to discern where it's coming from is like
Yeah.
really focusing on it.
Boom, 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 buddy.
You could just try the lesser restoration. You have no idea. It ends certain effect.
All right.
Healing with one hit point, maybe. That'll do.
Lesser restoration.
Yeah.
I can't
Okay.
I'm out of seconds.
I using Celestial Legacy. I will touch Jessup right here, and magically try and sense what's wrong with him, and I will use my Celestial Legacy to try and
What is that?
help him.
So what exactly is
Lesser
the wording on
restoration.
that?
Restoration.
Lesser restoration.
It's a spell.
Yeah.
lesser.
Oh, so it's just the spell Greater Restoration as like a
No, lesser.
lesser restoration as like a
Through-
ability or
Yeah.
Instead of a
Right,
spell,
all about
that's-
saving that spell slot. It does the trick, and Jessup wakes up not only feeling slightly refreshed from his nap, but no longer as downtrodden as before.
Wait, are you uncursed?
I don't have the curse.
It's not emo anymore. Damn it.
That's amazing.
Is that
Generally, one disease or
I
limb
love chemo,
condition,
Jeff.
condition blind, deaf, paralyzed, or poisoned. Alright, well, still, it worked.
Okay.
okay? So I don't have that disadvantage to stuff anymore. Was it disadvantage to saving throws?
Yeah.
That was the curse, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Jessup.
What happened to you?
He got rid of Venom.
Good
He's not
morning.
emo anymore.
Did you have a good nap?
Morning. Yeah. What happened?
I have no idea.
What were you doing? Why did you fall asleep? You just tired?
I think I was just trying to follow the beating and fell asleep.
Couldn't wake
Of
up.
the drums.
I don't know what it was. It was just like a boom, boom kind of beating. I just wanted to see where it was coming from, and guess I just got kind of lost.
It was like what?
Feeling better
Well,
though.
inside that room is like an altar to. There's like a glowing coil on the roof with an unfaced statue that's been discarded with. Wow, no words are working. The statue's face has been smashed off.
Okay.
And I recognize that from my homeland. That it's one of the old, like, cult religious thingies that used to be like a bunch of evil mages and shit like that. They got stamped out like 200 years ago, but they were all about consulting with devils and demons and shit, like evil guys. And there's writing in the roof in one of my languages that is about creation, but in cycles around back to the beginning again, like in its own spiral.
Oh man, you didn't look at the spiral, did you? I think that's a bad idea.
I did look at the spiral.
You're okay? Okay.
I think I'm okay.
Or are any of us really okay?
So we killed the skeleton. Are we gonna Like kill a
There's
statue?
like-
Well, as you guys are discussing things, you hear the soft footsteps of bare feet against stone kind of slapping against the ground as a young, freshly shaved looking young man approaches your party,
Which way?
holding his hands together and dressed in the dark robes of the people that were in there. The
Out the door.
priests of Kunla.
Quick
Out the
question.
door, yes.
While he was sneaking away, did we get that short rest in? How much time passed?
It hasn't been enough time.
Yeah.
So he kind of
We're all gonna die
gives
for
a
one
small
of them.
little wave as he approaches. He says, "Hello."
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
We
What's your
left the door open. I suppose I should come out, I guess, and greet you all.
What is your name?
So, hello, heroes. Welcome to the heart of Kunla. My name is Lee, and I've been instructed to inform you that you are not to be harmed in this sacred place.
Hi, Lee.
So,
That's
good news, right?
Nice
I
to
find that
hear,
highly
Lee.
doubtful.
That's great.
Insight check?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
All the inside checks.
I just completely trust him straight away.
Where is
It's
she?
impossible to tell. He's just inscrutable
I
to
trust
you.
him.
I can
completely trust
imagine
him.
running up and hugging him.
Hi, Lee.
Hey. So I'd say he
Do you
looks
have any, like,
young, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe early teens or so.
Okay.
And he says, so instead of fighting and needless bloodshed, we are to discuss matters of grave importance before allowing you to continue on. Does that seem fair to you?
That seems wonderful.
I'm joking.
I will fucking cut your arms
Matters-
off.
Last time a cult
Matters of
guy.
grave importance.
The last time a cult guy came to me, I must do
Attacked him.
You what?
not too loud. Just exactly like this as well.
I'd be like,
On the way to small town.
yeah.
Okay.
This is fair then? We all agree?
Yes.
Do you have, like,
Excellent.
some tea or something?
Well, actually, that is... we, as our guests here, to sort of complete the ritual, so you know that you can trust us. We will share a small beverage and maybe a little light snack.
I've heard about some of these meetings. You don't want to drink stuff unless, no offense, Lee, but I mean, like, you drink stuff and you just fall asleep and die.
Do you think
It's
they're
just-
fairies?
I don't think they're fairies.
No,
terribly
actually, I'm
sorry.
perfectly human. You don't have to worry about
I
that,
didn't.
ma'am.
He said that, the thing where you eat the thing and then you can't leave.
No,
That's what
I mean,
fairies
like,
are.
as in you die. It's one of those
what you're
cultists. How old are you, Lee?
Oh, well, I turned 15 recently.
Aw.
Why?
It's
What brought you
Baby
to
Lee.
these people? This cult?
Well, I was training to be a follower of Yamra, actually, but
Okay.
let's just say I saw the truth with my very own eyes and realized that Kunla was the answer, not Yamra.
What did you see?
Well, I saw Yamra's destruction, his power taken, and a new god born. And with his birth, I feel like I was reborn myself, and I fully understood the sacrifices that would be needed to end this cycle that I imagine we've all been studying for some time.
What do you call this place? Like Spooky Skeleton Hall number 1?
Well, actually, a little bit of a joke, I guess, I don't know, but they call it the Bone Garden.
Oh, I like it.
A reminder. That's what it is. It's a reminder, although looks like I might have to put Yamra together again.
Lee,
What about-
Lee,
I'm most impressed, as is Kunla.
What about
Lee,
the
would-
other side of the door? What's it called?
This is known as the heart of Kunla.
Yeah.
would you, I mean, you want us to trust you, would you mind if I cast a little non-harmful spell on you?
I really wouldn't appreciate it, I suppose.
Then how are we supposed to trust you?
I trust him. He's fine.
I said,
Well, tradition, I suppose, and there's a certain ritual, I imagine, to the art of guest rights.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Was
can I
tea-
try and persuade him to see things my way?
I'm gonna
What do
just
you
take the
say?
tea and I
Well, what do
drink.
you say? What's your argument, I guess?
Well, I mean,
I think he's
if you want to, you know, extend us guest rights, then surely there's a certain amount of quid pro quo involved. You know, just a bit of give and take here. I promise you, there's nothing harmful involved here. It's an identification spell. I just want to see if you are okay.
Well, I would argue that by casting a spell on me, you would be forfeiting your guest rights.
Kind of agree with him.
So we're just supposed to take him on his word. All I want to do is see if you are.
He came out and he didn't attack us.
I don't have any weapons or anything on me. I'm unarmored as well.
That's okay. We know him, and he doesn't really use weapons either.
All that this spell will do is tell me if you are affected by any magic. That's it.
Like I said, my answer is a firm but polite no.
If you can
It'll be
give
okay,
us,
that's
Let's just
give
talk to
us,
the guy. Let's
give
just
us.
talk to the guy.
Yeah. I'm drinking the tea. Is
Are we
it
already
I'm
through
sorry,
the
this
tea?
is this is becoming a little awkward, it seems. But if you'd like,
It's okay.
I can go in and we can try. Well, we can try again later. I don't know.
Wait. Do we go into the heart, or do you bring the tea to the bone garden? Because I think a tea party
I'm
in the
gonna-
garden.
We have something of a conference room inside that we could use. I think it'd be comfortable. There's enough seating for everyone.
I'm
Is it in the
gonna
brain of the
try
Show me.
and cast message, but whispering so that the dude doesn't hear me to Feather Marshall.
Nobody hears message.
I mean,
Nobody can hear a message.
Yeah.
It's absolutely silent to everybody.
what's?
Silence.
I guess give me a
Silence.
stealth check to
Sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand, yeah.
sleight of hand. I think that's a little better. Yeah.
Sleight of hand? No, can I not do stealth? What is my sleight of hand?
Is there something?
Let's see, it's 9.
9.
Yeah.
Wait. What are you saying? I can't hear you.
I'm not talking to you.
Okay. Fair enough.
What did you say?
Look, if I can identify the dude, I can possibly tell if he's under the effects of the aboleth.
Yeah, probably all. Answer, they're probably all are. It doesn't matter. We want to talk to him anyway, whether he's under their effect or not.
Okay.
I stand up and I say, okay, Lee, I'm happy to go with you.
Just keep.
He stands back up. He sat down briefly. Dusts himself off. Please excuse me.
Martin, are you coming?
I don't know, 5-ish. He's a little
Short.
a little short.
He's
Okay.
bigger than me.
Yeah, no, tea, yeah.
Still bigger than a halfling.
Oh, are you
I
coming?
don't know. If
Yeah.
Joseph's not coming, I don't know what to do.
No,
Jessup, it's
I'm
gonna be
coming.
fine.
I'm coming.
Oh, okay.
He says his sword's out and he's walking and applying the poison to his blades. I'm coming.
Seems a little aggressive, if you ask me.
Dude,
I'm just prepared.
Jessup.
We're just worried,
They've
sir.
said to
We're
us.
worried, obviously.
No,
You-
they're
you can
in my
imagine.
pack. They're in my pack.
You
But
can imagine we don't really know what's going on here right now.
Well-
We're going to be a bit wary.
We were informed by Kunla that if we were to attack you, that he would kill us immediately.
okay, fair enough.
And we see that he has the power over life and death. And none of us would want to risk that, so to speak.
We will not attack you unless you attack us.
That seems
We
fair.
are heroes.
Cool.
We don't do that, but we will be acting warily.
My hands aren't on my blades. I've just
No, and so Lee leads you guys just into one of the rooms
Which way
that
is he
fed
taking
him
us? To the left. eh?
to the left-hand
Okay.
side.
What's
And,
his family name?
Come on.
What?
What's his family name?
Eel. Lee Eel.
Nice.
Backwards.
He's a palindrome. I'm a paladin. We should be best friends.
Oh god. So he leads you into a small little
Telling
basically conference room.
Eight people are coming
There are
from
enough
this side.
mats on the floor for everyone to have a little cushion, like circle
nice,
time for
okay.
kindergarten.
Cool.
Well, maybe less colorful.
can I,
Search for arrows.
as we're walking in, just like I'm not doing anything, but I do want to pay very close attention to see what kind of weapons I notice on these people.
Some are carrying swords on their hips.
Okay.
A few have, you notice there's a few spears and staffs sitting against the walls.
Okay.
Can I look at the,
Things like that,
statue
mostly.
as we go past it?
Sure.
I don't want to stare at it. I and perceive it.
Oh yeah, it's blood dripping from blades.
And so I guess, Lee stops while doing that, while crossing and says, yes,
What's
that's
this?
a statue of Kunla himself,
Really?
from the pre-cycle, we're proud to say.
Is he missing his face in the real life?
Well, that's, supposed to be privileged information, but you're our guests here, so... Well, this was, apparently in the last cycle there was a time where the general populace turned against Kunla and his followers, and so a lot of his religious icons from the old iconography was destroyed by ignorant masses.
And
But he has
that
a face?
spiral is above the
yes.
statue. That spiral is above the statue?
Yes, that represents the endless cycle of destruction and rebirth that we're all trapped in currently.
Why did you destroy it? Like, you don't like the cycle, right? And it's the cycle.
This is just an artistic representation. This is not...
I'm just saying, like, if you
Just
hate
remind us
something
it's
and then you
there.
put it on the wall, like, it's kind of weird.
Well, it's to help us study, I suppose, and find our place in the world. There's an old esoteric order back in our homeland that many of us are descended from, actually, in this neighborhood.
Your homeland, where are you from?
Should be the same way Christians put crosses up on the wall if they're either nailed to
Yeah,
it.
fair. Where are you from? I thought you were from...
What's
from
the
Cable.
Far Eastern Kingdom named again?
Orient.
Just the Orient? That the best that those writers could come up with?
No, it's...
Kalashtar or something like that? No, it's not that.
China.
Look at the book. Where's the book?
I'll have to Google it. It's not in there.
Chinea.
You're from Caroline?
From the Far East Kingdom of...
I'll tell you now.
You came a really long way then for 15 years old.
Oh no, this was a long time ago. Hundreds of years ago.
Karatur.
Oh, so you're
Kayatur?
from...
Karatur.
You're from...
Karatur.
Character.
Karatur.
He's a character from character.
Well, I'm not originally from there, just my lineage, I guess, goes back to that land. But I'm ashamed to say, actually, I've spent most of my life just training in the temples. And I've not gotten to see the world like you folks have. Sure you have many tales to tell.
Kind of shit.
You shouldn't be ashamed of being learned.
Oh, I suppose so. I've had plenty more time to contemplate the universe, I suppose, than most people get working day-to-day jobs.
As I look at this statue and the thing there, because Jessup is an acolyte and he is religious in nature, would I be able to make a religion check to discern what is the purpose of that thing there and the statue and the blood dripping all together?
Might be difficult. Go ahead and give it a whirl.
Didn't you just kind of say that already?
2 plus...
Yeah, kinda.
No, but then there's
guess
like...
the-
somebody tells you, and then there's
fuck
like-
is religion?
The blood specifically, I guess, dripping from it. Maybe.
The whole thing together. What is religion?
Well, he did explain the
down.
thing above. That's just a representation
Why
of the
didn't I write
cycle.
religion down?
Because you're an atheist now, your God died, you don't
Okay,
have religion.
well, it's
Used to be there.
You're losing your religion.
here you go. I can look at the
Are you
actual
proficient?
character sheet here.
You can do better
I
than
should
that.
be
I could, but I won't, because...
plus 1.
I strive for
20.
mediocrity.
I got a 20.
Okay, so... It's basically the way that he described it, I guess. It's just a representation of the cycle. I don't think you're able to read the
Oh, see, where
writing
does
on
the
it.
blood
I
come
have comprehend languages to helm.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, is it automatic, or do you have
I
to, like,
can
activate
use
it?
the ability.
Cast it,
yeah, I
Does
can
it-
cast it.
Does it cost any charges or anything? Or
There
I think
are no
it's
charges in the
just
helm. It's
once
a
per
1
day.
a day thing, yeah.
Go. So you want to go for that then?
Sure, why not?
Alright, so it, like you said, it is the story of creation, basically. Talking about the various forces. It's not as specific as saying, here's the All-Father and here's the Void Naga. Excuse me, beer burp. But it speaks sort of the force of creation, order, and atrophy and chaos. So it kind of details the constant fight between it, culminating in an enormous battle that destroys the world and reshapes it.
So I'm trying to. The reason for the roll is I'm trying to get like this specific statue here with the blood dripping out of it and the placement of the thing under that cycle. Is there significance to this? Like, is
Right,
this
right.
statue performing a function right now? That
No.
was my religion check.
Not really, no.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Actually, where's the
When
blood
he
come
read
from?
the script,
The blood, well, Kunla is the god of murder, that is one of his portfolios, and so many of his shrines throughout the old world, the old destroyed world of the Saurians, would drip out poison for various different assassinations or holy quests. So there were many such statues like this, actually, each of them making a slightly different poison.
And who does the plumbing? Because that seems like an interesting thing.
So what is the poison in this one as well?
It's blood, though, isn't it?
It looks like a blood for sure, but actually creates paralysis in its victims.
Ooh. So
Do you
if
mind
I
if I
had
take a vial?
I love Lee.
no, I'm joking.
Can I take a violin?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's only for those loyal to Kunla, which...
If I'm paralyzed for an hour, does that count as a short rest?
I just want to roofie myself.
So you mentioned
Mentally write a novel while I'm out.
you mentioned people want to talk to us about something.
Actually, I'll be doing the speaking.
Cool.
Due to my age and sort of childlike features, they decided that I would be one of the less threatening monks to speak to. You guys are a little, have some violent tendencies, we've
Well,
noticed.
did you notice that we killed the skeleton?
especially if you're a prisoner.
Oh yes, that was most impressive being
Yeah.
able
That was
to
one
defeat
time.
Yamra's reanimated bones.
We'll never let you forget it. Anyway, okay, cool. So let's go sit down.
Right, so he leads you to the conference room, which I sort of previously described.
Yes.
On the table there is a large clayware vase, I guess, or pitcher, with several small little cups and a plate of little nibbles on one side.
Cucumber
I
sandwiches.
dig.
Finger
I'm
sandwiches,
gonna
yeah.
wait to watch somebody
Can I
else
tea?
eat or drink first.
I take a bite of the sandwich or whatever and chug some tea.
Right, so it tastes kind of like a strong alcoholic bitter taste.
Ooh, that's awesome. Like,
You
Cedric
feel
loves that.
almost like a little explosion in your head, and then suddenly calmness. Calm. All your anxieties are alleviated. You feel just completely neutral about Lee. He also takes a sip of the drink and just closes his eyes for a minute and looks at you guys warmly.
Yeah, right?
So what's going on, Lee?
Oh, I'm just gonna take I'm also gonna, while I'm sitting here, maybe just take a potion.
Do you need healing? Are you hurt? I came out of the last one with no harm whatsoever, so.
Me too.
Like, according
I'm the only one that's
according
hurt.
to this,
She's
I'm
halfway
hurt.
down. She's halfway
But I
down.
can't remember how I got hurt.
You've been hurt quite a few times.
Yeah.
How do you feel about? That's not very much.
No, don't use. I've got potions. Like, chill. Yeah.
just got
I'll
potions
take
up
a-
to
So
the
Lee, you
wizard.
were about to tell us about this horrible
Yes.
betrayer god of yours who was killing all of our gods
Hey,
and
hey,
deciding
hey,
to
hey.
end the world. Is that
Jessa.
right?
Just have some tea.
Just,
No, thank you.
just,
I'm quite fine.
Well, actually,
That's
for
right
the
now.
ritual of guest rites to be complete, we all do need to have at least sandwich and some drink.
Then I guess it's not going to be complete.
just up for guests right now. Be a good guest.
Yes. We need. If we want to get. I'm sorry, Leah. I just need to. If we want to get the information we need to follow the rituals. And I
That's
understand.
wonderful.
I understand that you're worried that this is going to do something to us, but it's going to be
Uncle
fine.
leaves the room and
Zendri,
stands outside.
do you-
He refuses to partake.
But I told you about the creation of my
Right,
kind.
a couple
yeah?
of the
Yes.
All right, you know we were created specifically to deal with the followers of Kunla way back in the old cycle.
I know.
I have no real interest in partaking of any of their rituals.
Okay.
I drink the tea.
right, same sort of sensation, just very calm.
It's
Feel very level, like taking a good shot.
drink the tea.
What did you say, Cool?
Right, so
I
Akul
walked
steps out.
outside.
Okay.
I refuse to
A
partake.
couple of the monks come to you and say, "Sir, we're so sorry to create this awkward situation, but if you're not going to partake in guest rites, then we're afraid that violence could occur. Could you please wait outside?
In the bone garden?
Well, that's the thing. Like I said, I'm leaving. I refuse to partake in this.
Well, if you could make your way out the way you entered, then that would be most appreciated.
These people are really chill.
Fine.
Thank you. We'll kind of follow just a few steps behind you. We're not going to attack you, just to make sure that you don't sneak off and try to hide anywhere. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, thank you very much for your cooperation. And does that happens, I suppose?
Stay with the girls.
I say lead you back out into the bone garden.
Girls, we're women.
The stone doors
We're so cool.
close back shut.
He's gone out. Are you gonna stay or are you gonna go with the pool?
Well, I'm not gonna drink the Kool-Aid.
Well, then I think
I'm
that it's
supposed
probably
to
going to be
not.
better for you to go and relax with a call, and we'll find out what he has to tell us, and then we'll come and find you. Is that sound
Meditating.
okay?
I think you're making a really bad decision.
You know what? I
Made a few of
think.
them before.
You know what? I really think that
alignment
things
wise
are going to be
is exactly
okay
what I
because
would
of
do.
what I spoke to. Jeez, what's his name again?
As a military man, I
Which one?
understand
That's
how
my-
to guess right to
my
guess. and
demon
so I will
boyfriend.
stay.
Oh, T-Meal.
Tamil. Yeah.
Sure.
And
And I know that nobody wants to believe that Tamil was here, but
I believe you. Before I leave, can I have your diamonds, please?
sure.
Do you
Thank
need
you.
my diamonds?
Well, whatever diamonds you've got on
I
you.
actually don't have any diamonds on me.
I
so
should give it on me. I've got
Yeah,
600. It's enough for two.
Yeah.
We
All
keep a
right.
5 each one.
Just in case you die, I'm sure I can find somebody to
cool.
help us out.
Well,
Thank
don't you know? Don't bring me back if I die.
Well,
You can bring me back if you want. You can move me back twice.
all right.
Okay. I'm just saying, don't. If I die, leave me in peace.
Okay. If you'll
Do you
excuse
have that
me,
written
Lee,
down?
I will make my way outside if that's all the same.
Okay.
of course, and I will meditate and hope that you can find a logical conclusion to all these difficulties you've been facing.
No, I have a very
I'll pray-
logical
I'll pray for
conclusion
you.
in my mind.
I'll pray for you, honey. So, as you step out, the similar situation plays out. A couple monks come up to you, say, "Sir, blah blah blah. Would you please step outside?
Sure.
You can join your friend out there."
All right.
Ah, and the same situation. While you are meditating, you can feel just that beat coming from the heart.
I close
of
myself
Kamala.
off to it. I'm
Yeah.
just going into myself. I am trying to calm myself down, pull myself together.
Right? It's
Please
difficult.
don't
This whole area feels
Please don't do it.
sort of evil, but sacred, and it just feels like, like there's a wet comforter thrown over you,
I'm letting it steal my resolve because I know what's coming.
Yeah, but I guess
The E on the end.
you don't need to roll anything for that. Yeah, you try to steal your resolve. You can hear the stone doors opening. It kind of breaks your meditation for a moment. Avery, Jessup stepping out of the doors and them closing shut again behind him. You see Akul sitting crisscross applesauce
Okay.
in the bone garden in deep meditation. Or, not exactly. You could do the Catholic thing on the knees or
No.
however you pray.
Sure.
Do the Native American thing where you put hooks in yourself and hang yourself in the
I have an
sand.
idea of something I would like to try, but let's go back to you guys having your
Your
cult
meeting, your
moment.
conference. And Sir Dwarf,
He drank the tea.
similar feeling of calm washes over you very quickly. Now that we're all feeling level and even healed, I think we can start our little discussion. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Go
Now,
for it, Lee.
first of all, do you have any questions for me to start with?
Well, I do. Lee, I was visited by, I hesitate to say a friend, let's say kind of like somebody who has a vested interest in me being alive, who is a demon, before I came down here. And,
Yep.
devil, sorry.
I like totally different.
Really.
And he warned me about coming down here. He said that if Yamra was still around, he would assist me. But now I kind of feel like we're being assisted by Kunla. Is that what's happening, or
Essentially, yes.
Yeah?
Yes, Kunla has taken an interest in all of your works and
But
your current quest.
But doesn't he know that most of our party wants him dead?
Well, we're hoping that you will eventually come around and see the logic of the situation.
Okay, I'm all for logic. I'm just a little bit worried that my party members are too passionate to be able to be logical.
Passion can be a dangerous thing. That's one of the reasons we meditate to the center of Kunla's heartbeat, to bring us closer to our god and to understand his works and machinations.
All right.
So why is the city poisoned again?
Yeah. Why? Yeah.
Well, that was the creature's idea.
What
Wait,
creature?
what creature?
The one that brought the word of Kunla to us, along with Kunla's most trusted champions.
That's our fault.
I don't know what's going on.
Is it an aboleth?
Is it an aboleth?
I believe that is the word for it. Yes, an aboleth.
Did it bring weapons?
Well, his champions did carry weapons.
Yeah.
Past
I must warn you, they're
Yeah. Past tense.
quite powerful.
Yeah.
His two champions.
Okay.
Cool.
Who are they?
So does Kunal want to poison the city or not?
He does desire to sacrifice the people of this neighborhood to increase his power. That is true. But how would you feel if you knew it was a temporary sacrifice? A slight reprieve from consciousness?
Like a coma?
Or like pre-life?
But they're dying.
All the years that you weren't alive, did you suffer in that time? Before you were born?
I don't remember.
Exactly.
This sounds like some evangelical shit. Look, it's just we don't like innocent people being led to the slaughter, and that's what's happening here. You know, like it just doesn't. And if you're saying, oh, you know, they're going to a better place, like a farm up.
Oh no,
up country.
they'll actually be going to the exact same place that they were in before death, before the cycle.
That's not possible. Are
is
they
where?
going physical form, or are you alluding to a soul of some sort?
Here's something that could be helpful, actually.
Okay.
And he peeks his head out the door, calls out to someone, and a few moments later, in walks the guard at the well.
Oh,
Looking-
the one that we
Yes.
killed?
Stunned and killed the fuck out of it?
Yes. Standing there, kind of peeks his head and...
This is awkward.
Hi.
He bears no ill will towards you. He understands.
Why not?
Does he look fucked up?
Very kind.
I mean, shouldn't he?
100%.
If someone killed me, I would want to get vengeance.
It was
I
fate.
don't know, it
That,
would depend.
it was fate that led you all down here, and he understands that now. And he bears you no ill will. He was remade by Kunla.
Does he look beaten up, or
No.
does he look fine?
Perfectly healthy.
I mean,
Pre-death.
I poke him. I'm just like,
He's there, standing in the flesh.
A question: how far away is that well entrance from where he and I are now?
Let me see.
I think that's quite far.
was it, no, it was like 2 chambers away, right? Because there's the room with the
Let's
thingy
Let's
through the
see.
top.
No, but he did say we walked quite far before.
Yeah, it
we
was
got
a long
from-
time. So you're in the monastery, and then there's the garden, then goes all the way up a long ways, and then there's the well.
How
on top
long would
there.
that take me to get there?
Gosh, a couple hours, maybe 3.
Scheiße.
So, I mean, I didn't know this guy before. The guard, that is.
Yeah, none of us.
So I
did.
don't know if he's him now. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, it looks like him,
Yeah.
physically.
And it has all of his memories. He could even recount
It-
exactly how you killed him.
Oh, tell me.
Well, okay, so I was standing at the well, right? Minding my own business.
was just standing
Actually, you shouldn't know anything because you were stunned the entire time.
It was just like
I could
I was
see
standing there and
still.
I was just dead.
Yeah.
I wasn't blinded.
Yeah, you're not unconscious.
So I was just standing there, could not move a single muscle in my body, and I was just pow, pow, hit,
Did
hit.
you like it?
It was quite unpleasant. I'd rather not experience being slowly beaten to death again.
It was very slow, wasn't it? It was kind of a.
It took a while.
Did you laugh a little bit on the inside when everybody missed you? I was the only one.
I thought it was strange, but you know, life is strange, I suppose. Well, you guys have a good meeting, though. I'm gonna get back to work, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna go jack off before my next shift.
Yeah.
You do that, man.
Okay, I'm not really interested at all
okay.
in any of this religious talk or rebirth or whatever. So I'm gonna ask you what's behind the door. The locked door down there.
That is where the aboleth has made his lair. And where the champions hold their vigil.
Could
Well, not
Kunla
vigil,
do
that's
his
not a good
thing?
word for it. Where they rest.
Could Kunla do his thing without the aboleth?
At this point, yes, I believe he's been released from his weapons.
But
I'm just saying, like, if we take out the aboleth, like, kind of.
couldn't we, like, I don't know, couldn't we go somewhere and get, like, bad guys to sort of sacrifice?
Ooh, yeah,
to
no.
Kunla,
We
you
could
know?
do, like,
Like-
human sacrifices.
No, the bad, like the giants and shit. Cause, you know, wouldn't that sort of be better than just innocent
Do you-
people?
Well, that's actually something that I would recommend, actually. If we could... I mean, you have an interest in slaying the giants. Their
Yeah.
souls are quite hefty. Killing a giant in the name of Kunla would be quite the little boost of power.
I
I would say it's the way you live
I
increases the size of
really-
your soul, not the
Yeah.
size of your body.
I really don't
But I
want to
don't really care
be
about it.
killing
That's not my
anybody in the
business.
name of anything.
So, why are we here?
Well,
we
because...
came here to stop.
No.
us and leave.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I was looking in your general direction.
Oh,
but I
okay.
meant for why are we here? I haven't
Well,
figured
you're
it
all
out.
very skilled. You have a great deal of knowledge about this cycle, but Kunla feels that your efforts are a bit misguided, flawed, and he wishes to use you to help save the world instead of just repeating the cycle forever and ever and ever. A true end to it, a new world with no cycle.
Could
What about the gods?
Okay.
What happens to the gods when that happens?
yeah. So he wants to stop the cycle, right?
Completely.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Basically,
what we want?
That's what we want as well.
Yeah,
But
but we also don't like human sacrifice.
yeah.
Oh, what?
How is it possible for Kunla to
you wanna-
bring a god back to life?
I suppose so, but I don't think you would have much interest in bringing a multitude of different minor deities
Yeah,
back.
it's,
A multitude,
it's
just
3
one.
hours to get to where we are.
Which one?
To get back
Saloon.
here.
Because our party will never go along with it if Kunla is the one that killed Saloon.
Not saloon. Saloon.
Kunla did not kill Salud. He had nothing to do with her death. She died at the hands of the Void Naga.
Yeah. Okay, so wait, should we...
So just aside, did Jessup know that?
Yes,
We-
we all know that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we discussed it 2 weeks ago, I think.
Now, envision the cycle as we have represented as a spiral, a never-ending spiral. The plan is basically this, in broad strokes. Create a new timeline separate from that spiral. Go above the spiral, so to speak, physically, and create a new universe where there is no Void Naga, no All-Father. Perfectly recreated as it is now, but separate.
But with only Kunla.
Well, benefits need to go to the one who... The power to do this
Yeah.
is enormous. It's the power to create a new universe. That power can't be shared and still be effective. Or you'll end up with a enormous 7-headed snake and an homicidal giant constantly destroying each other every 5,000 or so years.
persuaded do I feel by this?
That's up for you to decide.
I feel it's a great idea if only be a good god doing it.
Yeah,
Well,
like
I don't care about
No,
good.
fucking
A good god wouldn't attempt it.
Jesus Christ.
They would just follow their portfolio to a T and be as destroyed as any of their followers when the cycle finishes.
I'll be honest with
Which
you.
is fast approaching, I might add.
I'll be honest with you, Lee. I'm mostly okay with like everything you said. I'm a follower of 4. And like that's the rub for me. Like I got a thing for vengeance, I got a thing for like this
Why do you
certain
follow
order of
Hor though?
things.
Because he gives you power?
I giggle.
Every single time.
Every single time we say a word.
Yeah. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not power. It's purpose.
Well, what greater purpose could there be than saving the world, saving a multitude of worlds?
Well, saving some of the world.
cheerleader?
We're not gonna save the ones that were sacrificed to poison, right? Like they're sacrificed.
No, but they're alive
they'll be
again.
made again.
Well, they
With
like
the-
the guard was, but he wasn't a sacrifice. He was just the guard that we
Sure,
killed.
but it's the same thing, I think.
Kunla wants to gain power enough to recreate
Do you have to
the
kill
universe.
everybody to remake them in the new universe? Is that what you're trying to do? Or are you just trying to gain power now to be able to make the new universe
Yeah.
by killing them?
The gods must be killed one by one to gain their portfolio and their power.
I mean the people, not the gods.
And
And the people.
the people will be destroyed by the cycle, no matter what we do. But if we have the power to create a new world separate from ours, then they can continue living in that cycle forever and we'll begin again fresh and new in a new universe.
This sounds like a cult I once heard of. Or like every cult I've ever heard of. Okay. Jesus.
So what's like best case scenario for you guys?
Yeah, what do you want from us?
Well, yeah, like out of this
Well,
meeting,
you
what's your
will-
best case scenario?
You will clear Kunla out, you will allow him to empower you in exchange for, the kills you create and all of that going to Kunla himself. Work in his name, do similar things to what you're doing now, for the artifacts still need to be gathered. But for a different purpose.
What does Kunla need the art?
Because he needs to kill the Allfather and the Void
That's what we're trying to
Nagas,
do.
which is what we're trying to do, so
that-
that he can basically end the cycle and make a new world.
But I thought that the cycle would happen
Okay.
no matter what.
It
How about we
will,
make a deal?
but we won't be there anymore.
How about we make a deal? Kunla empowers us to go find the things. And we do that for him, to go find the artifacts. Okay? But our side of the deal is you stop this plague in Carbon.
Yeah, and just
restore the
take
people
our kills.
And restore everybody you've killed in this realm now. And get out of here. And we will go and find those things to destroy the Void Naga and the Allfather. We'll even go do it for him. We'll go kill him.
We predicted you'd have a request similar to this. And we can certainly end the plague, but bringing back all of those people would be a great test of his power. He can cure all of those currently afflicted,
Yeah.
but bringing back thousands of dead is beyond Kunla currently.
He's not powerful enough.
Not
Not
now.
yet.
Not yet. I don't know,
So
you know
you're
what?
cool about killing for Kunla?
I'm cool about?
You're cool with killing for Kunla?
In his name.
Killing who? Oh, for Kunla.
Killing in his
Yes.
name.
It can be mutually beneficial. He's
You
apparently
may
let
roll
us know
insight
that
on me if you like. You may roll insight on me if you like.
I think.
18.
Oh, 18.
Insight's my only good stat.
You know, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be hard convincing the other two though.
Do we have to have everyone?
that would be best. Your fates do seem to be intertwined.
Yeah, I don't think. They're not gonna go for it.
But
Well,
they
what
might
do
not
they
need to.
desire?
They might not need to.
They.
Well, the one really desires his god back. He's distraught over the death of Selu.
That is adequate to what Jessica's told you, yes.
Yeah.
But not
The other
necessarily.
one is not gonna go for things like this because he believes that Kunla is evil and he's against everything evil.
I would say Kunla is probably evil. I'd agree with that sentiment,
Okay,
but
then we're definitely not gonna get that one convinced.
well, still, what do you think? What does he think about doing evil to accomplish a greater good, though? Ending the cycle, freeing people from basically an endless
He's all about
series
the
of.
cycle of death and rebirth. He's a Killenbor acolyte.
I mean, Kellenvor won't exist in a year's time.
Don't tell him that.
Yeah, don't tell him that.
Is it possible for me to examine this
I have
room
no idea what
that
to
the
do.
two of us are in right now to see if there are any other
Fuck.
entrances or exits or anything like that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, what would you like me to do? A perception check?
Yeah, that'd be a perception check.
Okay.
You've been mentioning throughout these tiles that the blood is dripping down from the roofs, right?
7.
7.
7.
Looking around, you are
Find bones.
not successful in finding any more passages out, but you're able to uncover a cache of old coins that was buried under bone pile. These seem to be strange little brass coins with squares cut in the middle.
Okay. I would like to use my very last spell slot to cast Detect Good and Evil. And I
That's kind of a waste, right?
want to focus in on the bones of Kunla to see
So Kunla
if
is
Yamra, to see if I detect if there's any residual spark of divine essence inside.
Let's see. Going over the bones of Yamra, you can feel that there was an evil presence, but it's dissipated for the most part.
There's celestial presence left?
Half celestial.
In the bones.
He's glowing.
Just small little remains, but it's fading very quickly.
Can I cut my palm and put it on the bones and try and pray to that essence inside the bones?
I suppose you can.
Okay.
And you can, while doing that, you are inadvertently praying to Kunla a little bit because
In the
he was
bones.
the evil presence that was
In the
animating the bones.
I was trying to
Everything of Yamra
Gone.
is gone now.
Then I shall stop immediately.
I have a question.
Yes.
These vents that the blood is flowing through, right? They go back up to that well that everything was
there's
feeding
no
from.
vents. It's dripping
From
from
like cracks and
Yeah, through the cracks.
Through the
right?
cracks and
That
things.
leads back to that
It's
chamber
just
where
gonna
the bleeding was happening at the well. Yes?
outside in the
But
hallway.
I would say in the bone garden, it's actually not. There's no blood dripping in the bone garden.
Oh.
It was in the previous area with those giant,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
zombie creatures. It was
Okay.
doing that.
So, how far underground is that?
Oh gosh, it's hard to say. Because you guys have been traveling.
Well, that's the thing. Like the route that we took, you mentioned, was about 3 hours, right? But if you were in that chamber and you were to go straight up, how long would that take? How many feet would that be?
I don't know. I'm kind of drawing a blank on what the distance would be. Where you're.
What are
at
you
now.
wanting it to be?
100 feet, 200 feet.
Like, well, it was several hours of walking, so probably at least like a mile or 2 miles. Like 4 kilometers, maybe.
No, but that's what I mean. Like we were going through passages like this.
Yeah,
That's why
like
I'm wondering.
long twisting ones.
That's why I'm wondering. Would
So
it be
just
possible
straight
to go
up?
straight up?
It's hard to say. Like a kilometer and a half.
How much would that be in feet?
It's weird having everyone come back to my way of measuring things.
Yeah. The reason why he's asking is because he can turn into gas. And he wants to know if he can follow the cracks straight up in gas form. But a gaseous form is 10 feet movement speed.
So it'd take a while.
But it would be faster than walking.
Maybe? Probably. Yeah. Why not?
How
it would
much
be.
faster?
It would cut it down to, well, how many feet was that?
You said a kilometer. That would be 3,280 feet.
So divided by 10.
100 feet a minute.
So like 10 minutes or
So
something?
30, 300
roughly?
minutes.
300 minutes?
30,
Yeah.
100?
Okay, if there's
What'd I say?
3,000 feet and you can go 10
3,000
feet a
feet.
minute,
100
and there's a
No,
train
it's 10,
that just
10
lets
feet
you
every
know.
6 seconds.
Yeah.
And 10 feet every 6 seconds, that's 100 a minute. 60 minutes in an hour.
So like a little over an hour still?
That's rough stuff.
Just because it's such a slow, and you gotta go through all
No,
that
it would be
icky
half an hour.
Okay.
It's 32 minutes because you just divide by 10.
No. No, because it's
exciting.
every 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Right?
Alright.
Maths.
Let's say it cuts it down to an hour.
Okay.
Zambri is
Like, how quick do you need an answer on all this? Because it's kind of a lot.
yeah.
Can we go have a power?
Can we go talk to our friends?
I suppose so. If you have any,
I just want to power with you two.
Oh, okay, well that's fine. We're your
that's fine.
friends.
I'll turn us toward the corner. I'll look this
We
way.
go to the other corner.
Yeah.
I can't
What?
hear you, don't worry.
The
No one,
others?
okay, stage whisper. No one needs to know about this.
You mean
Meaning the other two.
I mean, I don't
And
know
also,
about it, that's for sure.
Also, I'm not planning on honouring any of this. I just want to get out of here and carry on doing what we're
think that
supposed to be
sounds
doing,
like a
and I
bad
want to
idea.
stop the cowboy plague.
Yeah,
Which they said they'd
we do need to stop the
that's,
plague.
That's what we came down here to do. That is point
I
number
think,
one.
yeah.
So we get that done, get the
We
fuck
just,
out,
I mean, do you think, though, that, like, maybe it's a good idea?
and maybe even get some more powers.
I think it's a good idea because we're going to get the backup, and then all we want to do is stop the cycle. And I know, like, okay, my biggest thing is that I'm okay with gods, but I don't really care about gods.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about gods. And
At
I plan to help my friends
And
kill this god.
all I want
after
to
we've
do
got
is
rid
to
of
stop the cycle.
Yeah.
You know, this never-ending fetching stupid fucking things, to kill fucking things, to do it again in 5,000 years. Everybody has to go back and forth, back and forth. It's fucking stupid. If we could just get everyone to a place where this is never going to be a thing again, then why can't we? Why can't we just do that?
But we still need to kill this guy.
Who?
Me? Kunla?
Me? Says Lee.
No, but
Sorry, I was listening.
Kunla, if we kill Kunla, won't that destroy that universe too?
I have a feeling, but
Somebody-
I have a feeling if it got all the way to the other universe being formed, it wouldn't matter anymore.
Oh yeah?
You know what I mean? Like,
But I
if
mean,
he actually had
How
all
do
the
you
power
kill a
of all
god
the
that
gods.
has the power to create a universe?
You know, no, that's what I'm saying. I have a feeling if it got all the way to that point, it
Yeah.
would be a moot point.
Yeah.
I think we should say that we'll do it. You give us powers, whatever. The other two will not be part of this deal, but they will help us. They will also go find the artifacts.
I
and
don't
try and kill
think
all
that I
those.
can kill in the name of Kunla and still be a cleric.
I won't be. I'm just going to say I am.
Be a cleric of Kunla.
I think I literally would have to become a cleric of Kunla, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand that.
Can give you some sort of badass murder-themed power.
You can have a.
I mean, I feel like you're really strongly pushing me towards neutral evil here, sorry. That's my awful neutral form, but okay, from an alignment point of view, I'm cool with like making an arrangement, abiding by those laws. I don't have a strong feeling for good or evil, whatever. I'm just like, Martin's already really confused about what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
just last week, I was in the Wizards College, and all of a sudden there's a boy Naga, and there's all these like artifacts
And now
that you guys
you're
have a
dumb
helmet
and
and
shit
shit.
as well.
And now we're underneath the city, and now I'm really stupid. So like, I really like. Aaron doesn't know what the right choice is. Martin sure doesn't know.
Let's just stop the plague
Let's stop the plague.
and worry about shit
Okay.
later.
Okay.
So you wish to speak to your compatriots?
No,
Actually,
We want to keep them
uh,
separate
we
from
wanna
us.
keep them
They
separate
will help
from
us
us.
and do what we're going to do with us,
Yeah.
but we don't want them to know about the deal with Kunal.
frankly, I think it's us providing a service for you because we're going to keep them out of your hand.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose if you don't believe they can be reasoned with,
Yeah, I don't.
I'll let you think. I wasn't planning on it being the party being split
This is
for this
fair.
long.
Very tricky.
To be fair, I don't think any of us are planning what's going on right now. It's very amusing.
Winging it.
Am I fixing to become a cleric of Kumab? Like,
how long has this been?
It's not gonna go very well, I don't think.
Conversation? How long has this been?
Maybe 20 or so minutes.
That's
You don't have to become
pretty long.
Just pretend. Just pretend.
I don't think Jezebel ever speaks Greek.
So while
Then I
they're
was-
So did
while
you turn
they're
into gas? And
Not yet.
Or
I'm
will
waiting
strike
for
me
the
down.
30-minute mark.
Pretend to
Oh,
could
well,
not.
the short rest is an hour, yeah?
do you wanna go back
I think
to
that maybe we'll get struck
the
twice
weird
then.
abomination chamber thing and just see if we can find another
Is it
way
more?
out or up?
Yeah, well, short rest is an hour,
I've never
yes.
heard that before.
I guess.
Well, then,
Giggled
yeah.
every time.
I basically, when I went into that chamber when Jessup came, I rolled to see if I could contain myself. Failed that roll. So at that point, I would have started walking to the chamber, looking for cracks.
Yeah, can
so
we
you have to like fly to get up there, I
Cracks in the
guess,
plot.
right? Or
Well, I'd have to
turn gaseous
gaseous first.
But yeah, in the nesting zombie monster chamber, you do see there's a lot of cracks with blood dripping through
Okay.
and
Can
sheets of it.
Can I have like a better look at this chamber to see like all the facets of it, like entrances, exits, like
Well, there's just the
Kind of
one
like-
entrance that you guys took to get in,
Okay.
and the exit that you took just recently to get back into the room. Beyond that, there's the cracks above, and there are the large meat sacks still hanging from the ceiling.
Okay.
Okay. So,
What do you want to do here, man?
I'm gonna go get help.
I have a few more questions before we leave.
I'm gonna go get help.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up, and I should be back in about 3 or 4 hours.
Who are you gonna go speak to?
I'm gonna go get Orville and company, and come back and burn this fucking place to the ground.
I was thinking if you want to hit this from two aspects, maybe one of us should go and speak to Ichthus.
Who?
I mean, I know there are the
The
void walkers, whatever. Like, I mean,
Snake
I
lady.
think they might have a vested interest in taking this down.
Snake lady.
If you
You
go,
know,
if you go
you know,
up in your way, I
last
can go up in
session,
my way.
Martin
It might
said
take
the
a
same
while.
thing and got shot down by these two guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever
All
helps.
right, so I'm gonna start heading back.
So you're gonna be
Go up.
trudging up footways.
Footways.
He's gonna be gassing up there.
Yeah.
Okay, and
questions.
sure. So Lee's just like, oh, sure thing. He turns back around. I'm listening now.
Just so we know, if we're making this deal that we don't fight the wrong people or whatever, who are the champions of Kunla?
You'll meet them when you go down to the aquifer.
What do they look like?
Heavily armored, kind of crocodile face.
Okay, Sauron.
Saurian, yeah.
Sorry, Sauron.
It's a big glowing red eye.
Quite skilled, actually. They cut through, God, must have been 50 different people each before they got to Yamra.
Yeah.
Barely broke a sweat. Although, do lizard people sweat? I don't know.
They're cold-blooded.
Indeed.
Don't worry, I know.
Well, yes, I think it's quite simple. I mean, Kunla will explain things as you head down to the aquifer. I believe he'll speak with you directly. Now,
Are we gonna go
Okay.
he kind of stops for a second.
Can we go talk to
Your
our
friends just left.
How did you do that?
They
Mm,
had the
Kun-
guys
Kunla
right
told
open
me.
the door. Like,
Okay.
One of them kind of disappeared, and his essence is moving upward toward the surface, and the other one's trudging up through the pathways.
We should go find them first.
the
I'm like changing my mind now again. We need to get out. If they're leaving, there must be something going on.
Well,
I need to-
nothing was attacking them, though. I could tell that. They left of their own volition.
we're so screwed.
I have no
Martin
idea
says that
what
we are
to
so
do.
screwed.
Like, this is just insane.
Well,
I'm like 5 seconds from going evil. Like, we're very, very close.
Should we flick a coin?
Yeah.
Yeah, flip a coin.
flip a coin,
Flip a
okay.
coin. I'm gonna flip a coin. For myself.
Okay.
Odds or evens.
I'll go.
Above 10, I go with Kunal. Below 10, I don't.
I'll go with. I just roll once and we all go.
Fucking 10!
You said above 10
You
and
said
below
above
10.
10.
I know.
Well, you said above 10 and below 10. So say 1 to 10. Wait, 1 to 10, you what?
1 to 10. I don't. We don't.
Well, then you
go
got
find
a
them.
10,
We go
so
find them.
you got a 10, so that you don't, right?
And
Who's
then
gonna roll again?
and
She
then
said
no,
roll the first.
11 to 20.
Oh, she's gonna roll a 20.
No?
8.
Huh?
Jesus.
Well, we need to go
Okay.
find our
We
friends
have to go
first.
find our friends. I'm
To see what
sorry.
they're thinking. I don't know why they're leaving. This is worrying me. There
This
must be
is
something. I don't know.
very. It's crazy.
But we'll be back. Maybe we can change their minds.
His face darkens a bit. He said,
Fuck.
"Fine then. We'll seal the door behind you."
Okay.
So we can't.
Well, we're going to leave. They're going to seal the door like it was sealed before.
Okay. We can't come back.
You can come back, but keep in mind, Kunla can read your emotions in this place. Maybe not your individual thoughts, but if you're approaching with ill intent, we'll know.
Does my ring of mind shielding help with that?
Actually, yeah, it does, but he's not going to mention that.
Cool. Because yeah, I'm totally lying my fucking ass off. I have no plan of honoring any deal.
I'm not lying at all.
Neither am I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Genuinely conflicted about what the.
Okay, well, let's get out of here and then we'll talk about it again.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're allowed to leave.
Sorry, Lee. Thank you so much
Lee's
for your
my favorite.
hospitality. Like you did
Hospitality.
such
Do
great
you want
hospitality.
next time we come? You want us to bring like a tea from
Can we
a
take
cup
some?
shop or
I've actually got
anything?
some nice tea, but it might be a little bit strong for meetings.
It's a shame that we couldn't come together to agree to end the plague.
I
That's
agree.
been weighing heavy on my heart for some time, actually.
Oh bullshit.
It weighs heavily on somebody.
It's not a pleasant process, to be sure.
Well then just stop it.
Well, that could, if we go down to the aquifer now, would that stop just like that?
Yeah.
Well, the deal needs to be made, obviously, an agreement made. But, as you said, you must go
Yeah.
catch up to your
I
friends
want to end the
who...
plague though.
I want the
plague
plane to stop. Fuck it.
I
No.
want to end the plague.
Fuck it. I'm going with you to the aquifer.
But we flipped a coin.
I don't care. Fuck the coin.
Hey, do you know the purpose of coin,
I'm down.
coin flipping?
We came
is when
down
you realize that it lands on the other side and you're like, oh man, I wanted to be
Yeah,
on
Landed
the
on
other
its
side.
head.
Exactly.
Literally landed on its edge the first
Yeah,
time.
exactly. So you know what? You know what, Lee? I'll go with you to the aquifer. I don't care what anybody else does. I'm going
And
with
you
you.
followed him,
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, I
I wanna
want
end
this
the
plague
plague.
stopped.
then I shall follow.
Yeah, let's do it.
Should we send a message to your friends, or...
No, they've decided to
don't
act
tell
on
them
their
anything.
own without consulting
Let us break the news.
They might need the time to process and,
Yes.
you know.
Fair enough, I suppose, but they'll miss out on some,
I have a
some-
feeling
some
everyone's gonna miss
benefits.
out
I
here.
have a feeling that everyone's going to lose here, but it's fine.
I have a backup character. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's fine. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Well, sure enough. So he leads you out of the conference room, pleased as punch, and brings you down the hallway to the great cellar door. He is holding the key. He says, "Oh, Sir Dwarf, if you could remove your ring, I believe Kunla has a message for you all as you enter."
It's invisible.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess he wouldn't say that. He would say, "Sir Dwarf, I'm being told that you're very difficult to read mentally. Is there a reason for that?
That's just natural.
Special training?"
It's my Zen training. But
Well-
I will open my mind for a second.
Sure thing. As you know, you're still under our guest rights, so
Or that
no
can be
harm will
relayed-
come to
It
you.
can be relayed to me by my friends, because it's actually quite hard for me to do that. If Kunal
I
is
get it.
mind.
Always on. Some of our people are kind of like
I don't
that
want to be
too.
triggered.
There are monks here that I have not had a normal conversation with in my 15 years of life.
Okay,
So,
what is the message?
so he unlocks the cellar door, whatever. It flips open, leading to a sort of mossy, kind of ocean-smelling, rocky tunnel that just goes down, down, down into pure blackness. He says the path ahead is
Oh, shit.
is a
Let me
straight
come in
shot,
again.
but
You still have dark vision
If-
for a good couple of
Do I?
hours. I
Sweet.
cost on you lost 8 hours.
Okay.
so yeah, you guys have dark vision.
You've got at least 4 more hours on your dark.
So, let's see. Sorry. So, you can see the tunnel is lined in grotesque barnacle-covered statues of various creatures and people engaged in violence and murder, things like that. And I'll leave you with that little visual as we end our first episode and I go back to the bathroom again. So, tune in next time. Our hero's about to literally make a deal with some sort of devil-like figure.
Well, 3/5 of them anyway.
Yeah, it's just 3/5 of the party. The other group is trying to actively destroy that. So, find out what happens next time on Dice Nerds and Nagas.